This is Magnus Carlsen again. I I was lucky enough to beat Kramnik 2-0 today, which I enjoyed very much. Although he didn't really play that well, so I'll show the blindfold game, which was a very long and fairly interesting game. Okay, so here we go. Never thought I'd say that I was surprised by Kramnik's choice of the Petrov, but lately he's been playing the Berlin more, so it was a slight surprise. And here I thought he would play with knight c6 and bishop e7, which is of course the main line. And well, I'd looked at this only a long time ago, so when he played bishop f5 here, he has played bishop e5, bishop d5, knight c5 like this before. And yeah, it's very complicated. But yeah, when he played bishop f5, I couldn't remember anything, so I just sat there for 10 minutes and wondered what to do. And so finally I decided to just play this, which is completely harmless, but well. Yeah, obviously black can just take here as well. And he doesn't have any particular problems. But of course this is fine. And yeah, I was initially slightly worried that I might be worse here, but I managed to consolidate, and then although his knight looks nice on d5, he cannot really do much, so I'm guessing it's just equal. Here I think f6 is a mistake. I think he should have played like rook e8, rook fe1, something like this. Maybe queen c7, trying to force me to play f4. And because after what he played, at least I have the control of the e file now, so I can at least pretend to be slightly better. So yeah, here he offered me a draw, but at this point I was already playing for a win, although I didn't have too much time, but I thought there wasn't much risk in playing on. So I was happy to play f3 to free this rook, to triple on the e file, and white cannot really achieve much, but black is very passive. So he tried to do something at least, I don't know what, but yeah, I thought this was nice, bishop e3. The point is rook e7, bishop d4, rook e2, rook e2, knight d5. Now with bishop a7, he plays b6 and traps my bishop, but instead I can play rook e6, and now king h7 and bishop a7, and white is just a pawn up. So he played queen a4, takes. Yeah, queen d2 was a mistake. Should just have played queen d1 here. And now if queen takes d1 takes, and something like knight b6, and black just has a terrible ending. But I was attracted to ideas with bishop takes h6, but it doesn't really work after what he played. I was kind of hoping that he would try to be tricky with this move. Okay, I see now that bishop f2 is easily winning. My idea was to play bishop takes h6 and then rook e4. But okay. And now if I take, this is just a perpetual, because if rook e7 then queen d1 and queen d6. But okay, after what I played bishop c5 I also have a clear initiative. Now he has to play this ugly move knight g8, because if knight d5, well, I think that's just even worse. Yeah, I'm threatening a back rank mate, so he has to go back, and then bishop c3 followed by queen g6. It's really unpleasant for black. Well, now my position looks really nice, but there isn't really a breakthrough. And I was also getting very short of time here. I think I only had about 1 minute left now. So I played a couple of natural moves. Yeah, here I just had a total blackout. I believed somehow that his rook was still on f7. And if it was an f7, hg4 would be very bad due to knight f6. My rook is trapped, but of course in this position that's not the case. So I should just take like this, and then my rook can go somewhere to c6 next, and white has at least very good winning chances. I think that also more or less explains my next move. Rook e4, which is a really bad move, but I thought his rook was on f7 and then it would make sense. And here, yeah, I guess he was under the same illusion, because he can just take and black is at least not worse. Okay, black is probably just winning. Queen, knight f6 is coming next. So this was pretty ridiculous. So he played rook b7, which is obviously a mistake. And now white is sort of back on track. Maybe I did something inaccurate here. I don't know. I thought this would be easily winning. Well, one of the points is knight f4, then bishop e3, taken g2 and king h1. And after what he played, well, knight g2 just loses to bishop b4 and rook takes b2, bishop c3. So here I thought he basically had to resign, but then he took here and I had to start all over again. Obviously because of this. And now I think he should have excellent drawing chances. Actually, I thought the best would be to play king g8 here. Rook takes b4, g5. It looks really weird to leave the king like this on the back rank, but I don't quite see how I can exploit it like this, for example. And black is holding. Anyway, he played like this. Well, obviously I wasn't going to agree to draw quite yet. I guess rook d2 was a mistake here. He should probably have played rook h2. I saw one funny position here with king e6, rook f7, rook h5 and b3. Black is in Sugsang, but I'm guessing this is not at all forced. Maybe rook e3 here is even more accurate, because then king e6 can be met by knight d4. But anyway, his plan with rook d2, I guess, was to play knight d4, but it turns out it's quite bad because of f5 and then king h7, f6. So he played like this, and now it's clear that black is in big trouble. I thought this was a nice sequence of moves. I don't know if I could have played something better, but it looked natural. Here I was pretty sure that I was winning quite easily. And yeah, now I had to stop because my intention was to play king c6 here. And then, for example, knight f6. This is quite easily winning for white. But amazingly, black can just take on b6. And bishop takes b6, knight e5. And it's a draw. So I was panicking slightly, but I think I still found a way to win here. King c6. Maybe there is some way to save this. I don't know. I haven't checked it, but I don't see what it could be. For example, I'm thinking rook c1, no, rook c5, with a plan of knight d5. Then I can just play king a6, and b7 is coming, so knight d5, and then takes, and b7. And white wins because of this, and b8. Bishop a5, or king b7. Bishop b6. And so, yeah. Now it's really simple. And well, I took a bit of time before playing b7 just to, recount the last few moves to see that his rook was really on c1, because to allow b7, rook takes b7 would be quite a disaster. And in this position, he had about 1 minute left, and he was actually sure that his rook was on the b file. So he tried rook b1 takes b7, rook b2 takes b7, rook b3 takes b7, and well, until his time ran out. But I thought it was a bit weird, because if his rook was on b1 or on c7, anyway, there are a number of ways to win for white anyway, so.
It's funny, John told us a very similar story about a game that he had with Anna, where Anna wasn't sure if his rook was on.
Yeah, but that's part of the fun of blindfold, of course. But, no, he was trying to click, and he actually did this at another point too. I don't remember exactly when. Yeah, I think it was in this position, or some. He tried to make a move several times, but I have no idea what he was trying to do. Maybe it was somewhere around here, at least. It's a mystery to me.
Okay, well, thanks for that. 2 quick questions. We used to say that Kramnik was kind of an Achilles heel, or your Achilles heel, I guess would be the way to say it. Is that no longer true anymore?
No, I've won my last 4. Well, the last 4 decisive games have been in my favor. One. It's quite funny because it's 1 blitz game, 1 classical game, 1 blindfold game, and 1 rapid game. So, after winning this last game, I completed the series. But no, it goes back and forth. So maybe he will start a winning streak.